and smiles now as he greets.
Why am I 15 minutes in this? What a great way to start off my life. Welcome to Rhonda's Lovely Sparks, everybody. I'm just trying to get everything situated as usual. It's the norm these days. Uh, I'm feeling emotional, and let me tell you why. Um, Americans released in Russia, prisoner swap welcomed home. I know this was a couple of days ago, um, but still, I'm the type of person that I work in my time without stressing myself, with staying informed when I can because it's so much stuff going on. Just trying to get my lighting together. So many great things that are going on, and I was always sharing with people about what you can find that you can love about politics. You know, even though I understand, I do have to also be proactive and about discussing things that I'm not a great fan of, but then we in this country must learn how to enjoy to talk about it. Hi, Jeff Lee. Hello, Jeff Lee. Oh, howdy. Mike Aldana, howdy again, my friend. Mike, and hello, how y'all doing today? Welcome to Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. And then we have some things that Jeff Lee is sharing with me. Me and Nicole are not going to be together anymore. Okay. So thank you for sharing this. Um, yes, I understand you're very depressed. The first thing I could say, number one, you have friends. Okay, Jeff Lee? You have friends. We are your friends. What is so wonderful? Okay, baby. He says, bye, buddy. I love you, Jeff. Thank you for letting me know about this. I'm thinking about you. I know you're trying to get some rest, but if you want to hang out tonight, I'm going to be here with you. We're going to be here together. If you just want to try to just hang out, if that helps, I know you have a time when you go to bed, but I'm just letting you know you have options. Okay? I love you, and we love you, and sweet dreams. And we're going to make it through this together. Okay? Okay, how about that? You're welcome. We're doing this together. You're not by yourself. We're going to be in this together. Okay, sweetheart? Okay. Sorry about that, honey. But we're gonna evolve, right? I understand clearly. Oh my God, do I understand about you feeling depressed about this? I know. And how you're feeling is very normal. But if I could start off with just saying, you know what? We're here for you. How about that? One thing you always have is your friends, your family. We're family too. We're friends, family. Okay? And be patient with yourself, be patient with your feelings. Don't get upset with how you're feeling because it's normal. Okay? But just remember that we're your friends and that you have always somebody to go to no matter what. So Jeff Lee says she wanted me to send her $10, but I don't have it to get her some food. It's not your problem. I'm just saying. I mean, if someone's going to love you, they're going to love you more when you're honest about your situation. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it does. That's how it's supposed to be. And if someone honestly seems to be probably in a habit of always asking you for something, and then when you don't have it and someone can't love you more for not having things, then that's not love on their part. And you have a big heart because and I'm glad. I'm glad you took control. Hi Lola, Lola. Hot sauce. We're your friends. And I'm so glad that you're able to make a decision like that. I think it probably does have a lot to do with because you have support and that you have friends. You're very smart. Sometimes, good night. I love you. I know you said good night, everyone. Hate sexual white chocolates. Yes, Lola. Hey, white chocolate. And guess what? Jeff Lee, I like your booby art. Exactly, Lola. I like your booby art. I think we like it, actually. I don't think it's just me. I'm being selfish. Sorry. I think we all like your booby art. So, I know you have a time when you go to sleep, so get some rest and spend some time with us tomorrow. We have we have some nostalgia watch parties. You know how I keep things going for everybody, for me and hubby. And I'll let hubby know what's going on with you, okay? We love you too. And we're going to move on from this. We're going to work with this together. Good night, my love. Good night. Good night. Sweet dreams. And I'm going to be here. We're going to be here for you. Okay. Good night. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. Yes, we all have things we go through on a daily basis. And then we all have this thing where we know that life is life. Like, I end up rescheduling my book reading party. And I was really too tired to do it because when I do a book reading party, I have to be rested because, your girl, Rhonda's Lovely Sparks, I'll be ready, right? I'll be ready. She ready. And then there's times I have to listen to my body. And you didn't miss anything because I didn't have it. I end up, rescheduling for probably next Friday. Or I'm not going to just be stuck on a Friday with it. I'll probably do it just whenever I feel like I'm ready to do it because also the book reading is available for replay. Okay. So that's something I had to work on because my book reading started to feel a little bit at the beginning like a job to me. And the only reason why it felt like a job, don't get it twisted. I love my book readings. That's my cherry on top for my whole channel. That's why I feel there's some great value to work, to do a book reading. But I have to be, feeling at my best, and I never want to come live when I'm not 100% ready because I got to give whatever I do, I have to give it my all. And it has to feel really wonderful, like how I'm feeling now. It wasn't like I wasn't feeling good earlier. I was just really tired and my body was asking me to rest. And plus, I had some things I needed to do today. I met with our apartment management today, who are awesome, by the way. Yes, we get along with our management here, and they're helping us with some things so they can be compliant with fire inspection that's coming up on August 9. So what we do to help fix things and work with them to get things in compliant inside, and then pairing up with them to help us. We have this gigantic mirror in the dining room. And we're going to talk about some things. I had to reschedule a couple of times this live tonight because I said, you know what? I'm not liking me not being in my thumbnail. Somewhere I got to plug in. And my head is like leaning on Kamala. I got an impression of that. The head is real. The other body part is not. Because your boy, my friend, Cowboy Nation, shout out, shout out. Oh yeah. My friend Michael Dana, he's incredible. He's one of these guys. All of you all are incredible, okay? But at the moment too, I just have to give what's due, what's due. I mean, all of you all are, I got to get this in. Lola, hot sauce. I got to get that in. And then Michael Dana sent me an email. I'm like, oh, yummy, hubby, hubby. Guess what? Mike Aldana sent me an email. And it's so juicy. Mike Aldana has been a really great inspiration for my politics. To talk about politics, to talk about friendly politics, okay? But going back to my inspection today, it has nothing to do with failing inspection and the big guy is trying to breathe down on us. No, I mean we have this gigantic mirror that I paid $100 to have it installed because it's so huge, and I paid a nice guy who's very experienced here. He's a contractor that works for himself, and I found him in a newspaper, and I have his phone number on my fridge. I got to call him to come back, but he mounted my mirror, and it's a special mirror that's so heavy. He has the great experience in mounting it, securing it correctly, centering it. There are certain things in my house I will have a contractor to come in because I don't need to be putting stuff up. Number one, where it'll fall and hurt me and break my toes and hurt my husband and then fall on my grandkids. I can't have that. And it breaking and just glass everywhere. So I think it's the responsible thing for me to hire a person. I saved my pennies and nickels and dimes, and I had it mounted. So now we have to take it down because it has to be not 8 inches, but 18 inches from the water sprinkler. So management here, the construction, the maintenance guys here, we're close to them. We're hoping they could come here and take it down because it's not that we're going to get fined. The owners of the apartments are going to get fined, but that doesn't mean, that means we care. So just because they're going to get fined, it doesn't mean it's not going to affect us. We don't want to create any bad blood here. You know what I'm saying? So we're asking them to take it down for us at least. And we could roll it somewhere. And then after inspection, we could have it remounted at least 18 inches down. So it's not going to be kind of like chin, even. It's going to be it's going to be below, but it's going to be rounded where it's going to be centered, and it's going to look pretty because I could, do some other stuff with it. So that's important. The sprinklers, we got to be compliant. So that's what's going on with me. I met with them today. I slept late last night. I went to bed very late. I think it was this morning, not last night. And so I need to get my rest. And then after that meeting, I said, I got to do a book reading another day. It's not that it's not important. It's very important to me. And then, Lola, so letting you know you didn't miss anything, my love. And I don't want you all to feel pressured. And I understand when you say, I'm sorry. I get that. I understand because I do it too. But I don't want you to feel, that you have to apologize, even though I do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it on a whole nother level. But I don't want you to feel that you have to feel sad or feel sorry because you wasn't able to be there. You know what I'm saying? I'd like people to feel comfortable. I like people to feel, release. And speaking about you, Lola, I know you were saying you weren't feeling well. You said you went to work this afternoon just to catch up for the days I have missed. Okay. So you went to work. That makes you feeling better. That means you're feeling better. I just hope that hopefully the weekend, if you got to take some allergy, something, vitamin D, believe it or not, people don't know, but vitamin D helps with allergies. Vitamin D helps you absorb nutrients. I had to learn that because from myself and my gut health, and my husband has struggled with gut health. So if I love him, like what Jeff Lee is going through, if someone loves you, you will learn about what you need to do to help someone else, and vice versa. So when I met my husband, I said, you know what? We're going to fix that problem, buddy. And we did. We did. We're fixing it. It's not completely cured, but it's something he can do that I can provide him, which is kefir and things like that, where he can have a healthy life, confident bowels. And I know, oh my God, Rhonda's talking about the boo-boo. Yeah, we're human. That's why I'm a country girl. And I say that with great pride. Lola's going to be on vacation. Oh, I'm so happy, my love. I'm so happy. I'm excited for you to be off, girl. Be a couch potato. I've been promoting couch potato love. So people can feel that they can watch TV without guilt. Because, from my generation, that was something you didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't watch TV. You got to be with us elite people that you got to work your ass off and work yourself to death until you have no skin on the bones, because that makes you an acceptable person in life, and you just got to work yourself to death and break your back and kill yourself. No, honey. Mm-mm. I've the reason why I say that, because I've been that person. I'm not lazy. I trust myself. I know what I had to do when I was younger, raising, my two daughters. Hell, I had to give them shoes on their feet and food on the table. And, sometimes I'd come home and, oh my God, electricity go out. And I go, oh boy, I don't have any money for the electric bill. This is when I was younger. And my girls were little, and I went to Catholic Charities. Catholic Charities helped pay for my electricity and a month ahead. They paid for my past due balance. They paid for the present month, and they paid for um, the next month. Catholic Charities. Oh yes, I tried. I tell people, and I deserved it. I deserve it in a humble way, because I always give back. So Lola says, I'm on vacation next week, and my man's birthday is on Wednesday. Happy early birthday. Happy early birthday to the Mr. Chocolate. And Lola says, yes, I felt guilty. That's why I went in today and going tomorrow to finish up. Okay. Well, I understand why you're going in. You're dedicated. Um, I understand loyalty. I understand that. So as long as you feel good about it, and then you have something planned, like something to look forward to. I always tell people, find something that's inspirational to make you reach a goal, and find something that's inspirational at the end that feels like your reward. Create something, right? So you've got this vacation going on. So that gives you some inspiration to go, you know what? I can go in tomorrow to work. So, but I have this vacation to look forward to. Don't just run out of gas and leave yourself hanging like that. Always find these rewards. Find rewards, whether it's Nestle's Crunch, cream soda, cherries, margarita, and politics like me and my Galdano. I can't wait to get in that topic, Mike. By the way, oh my God, I can't wait to get into the topic. I have some material pulled up. Oh my God, $250,000. No, hold up. Correction. $250 million Kamala raised. Most of it by people like me, because me and Andre, we donated $5. That's what we could afford. He donated 5. They donated 5. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And Lola says, only going in for a couple of hours, not any more than that. Hello, baby. I'm so check it. You got a time limit just for a couple of hours, then stop and then move. I love that. I can't wait to get Asia back here so Asia and I can work on some job searches if she wants. It'll be something she'd have to ask me. I'll let her know that I'm here to help, but she'll have to ask me if I have to help her type up a resume, send her a PDF file. She can use a resume. We're going to work together on that if she wants me to, because she said that she wants me to be mom like. But I'll give her some space. I've said no more feelers. I heard from Asia yesterday. Shout out to Eastside Hero. What's up? My Texas brother is in the house. Texas brother is in the house. Eastside Harold is in the house. What's up? He's a Houston Texans fan. All the rest of us, we are Cowboy Nation. Thank you, Mike, for your advice. So look at Chris May. What's up, Chris May? What's up? Shout out to Dallas Cowboy Girl. Yesterday, Dallas Cowboy Girl picked her head. No, yes, it was this morning, actually, because I was up up to 3 o'clock this morning. Yeah. She came in and said hi. She was at work, so she had to go back. Hello, thumbs up to Eastside Harold. That's right. He's got a wrench because he's my brother. Hello, hello. We're both from Texas, even though he hates my team. I don't care. They lost a preseason game. He said preseason game doesn't count. All right. We'll see how y'all feel if Cowboys lose a preseason game. I'm coming after you with a vengeance if I see anybody tell me that, you know, you know what I'm talking about. So Lola says, Chris May, what's up, honey? Welcome to Rhonda. I'm Rhonda. I know y'all know me. I'm Rhonda. Welcome to Rhonda's lovely sparks, where you will get that spark. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Did I hear Mark Holmes is going to Oxnard? I wonder when. I think Law Nation is already in California. I think I've been seeing some footage here and there, some live footage where Law Nation is there live at the camps. Yay. Go ahead, my beautiful brother. He's like my son. Oh my God. Yes, he is. No, seriously, he is. Yeah. And he is a subscriber of my channel. Oh my God. Law Nation is, and his brother. I think his brother is a Commanders fan. I'm not sure. But y'all need to check them out. Subscribe to them. I'm subscribed to both of them. They're both subscribed to me. The Commanders fan, his brother. They have the most gorgeous ass looking beards ever. Oh my God. If it's just for the eye candy. I'm like, how in the hell do they grow beards that great? Oh my God. I am not joking. I am not joking. Check it out. Greatest looking beards I've ever seen. Great jeans, great jeans. Shout out. Shout out again, Cowboy Nation. Chris May has got a gorgeous little smile. Hello, Chris May. You know, Chris May, you can be here anytime you want. You have a golden ticket. That's right, golden ticket. And then Lola says, Andre scared the crap out of me yesterday. He did. Again, y'all, I gotta pay attention, right? Because why? You say, Rhonda, why you keep getting scared? Because I'm in the zone. I'm all yours. I'm focused. It's dark in here. I'm not scared. I love horror movies. I'm not scared. I love horror movies. I do. I'm into that. He just knows how to creep up on me. He does. And all he has to do is say something really soft. He never has to go, boo. Got to kind of turn this a little bit so y'all can't see my naked husband coming out the bedroom because we don't sleep with clothes on. And it's not because I'm trying to get likes. The reason why I said that, don't get it twisted. Don't. It's because we have Cadillac body parts and our package has to be wrapped a certain way. Okay, like when you get a box of something in the mail and it's wrapped and it has a cold pack in it and it has things to protect, all this packaging and stuff. Yeah, we have special packaging. So I have, what do you call it? Bamboo sheets. It has a cooling effect. Yes, yes, East Side, San Francisco. Okay. Oh, he's a Winers fan. Oh, he's a Winers fan. Y'all know more than me, I know. Oh my God. And guess what? His brother, the Winers fan, okay. Forgive me, Law Nation's brother. You're not a Commanders fan. You are San Francisco Winers fan. He's so sweet. He's so kind. He loves the vintage movies. He do. Especially the blaxploitation, Rudy Ray Moore, the afro happening, shut your mouth, you jive turkey. He loves the blaxploitation. Yeah. So I have to name drop to let y'all know that I feel special when the men of Cowboy Nation comes here. Eastside says the smart brother. And Mike Aldana says, apparently Trump agreed to a debate. Whoa, go ahead, boy. Apparently Trump agreed to a debate, Fox News, on September 4th, and will not participate in the debate on ABC News. Okay, so that's how he had to do it, because he's friends with Fox. He's friends with Fox. Chris May, all of you in here, welcome. I'm so glad to see you all. I have friendly politics here. I don't sit up there and attack people. I embrace, Trump supporters. Whoever you support, I embrace. Democrat supporters, I embrace your opinion, because I have to be open-minded, even though I'm voting for Kamala and I'm Democrat. But I have to listen to you all, because, to be honest with you, what is the opposition to me teaches me about what to look for. It also teaches me, when I listen to the opposition, what they see that I don't see. And either I could feel, they're crazier than I thought, batshit crazy. Excuse me, I cussed again. Damn. Oops, did it again. Or they have a legitimate argument. They have a legitimate complaint. You see? And I know that I can learn from that. So Mike Aldana says, that's like mixing it up with the Bloods and Crips when talking about 49ers and Cowboys. I know. That's where, guess what? I'm like, is it called Switzerland? What is the neutral country in the world? I miss my hubby. He's always got my back. Okay, y'all are here for me. It's not Switzerland. What's the neutral country in the world that actually ended up joining NATO? I don't want you all to feel that if you all are there and you all are not up in politics, I make things fun, no matter what I talk about. So trust me, I am not a historian. My husband's a war historian. He knows a lot about that, and he helps me. And I'm used to him being here, backing me up. But let me Google this. It's a name of neutral country. Switzerland. Okay, so I was right. Hey, brush them shoulders off. Hubby is asleep. By the way, before I dance, I want to tell you all, let's also pray for Jeff Lee. When people come here, if they don't want me talking about it, then they'll say, Rhonda, keep that between you and I. And Jeff Lee has my email. I have people here that have my email. Shout out to Mike Aldani, sent me an email. Why? I'm inspired to be here tonight. I'm serious. I work that way. I'm wired that way. When you want me, I'm here for you. But I'm here for me too. I mean, yeah, I like politics, especially now since we are voting in a new president. Don't y'all want to know what's happening? I could make it happy. I could make it fun. I'll make it fun, I promise you. 30 minutes into my life. Welcome to Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. I give you a spark. You're going to feel good while you're here, and you're going to feel good when you leave. I do have some ads running. Oh, yeah. I don't have ads running when I do movies. But I do have ads running, so I'm sorry. If you missed something in the ads run, you could stop it, or you could let it play, or you could stop it. And then I'll repeat it if you missed what I said. I probably will, most likely would have forgotten what I was talking about because I go to topic to topic to topic. I got it like that. I'm ready. So again, let's pray for Jeff Lee. He is no longer in his relationship. It sounds like he called it off. So he's depressed. So let's send our prayers out to him, and then we could give him extra love. We always give him extra love. What we're saying, what am I talking about? No, but seriously, and I'm serious. Chris May said, hey, I don't trust any politician, just me. Chris May, I shout out to you. I don't think we have to trust them. Praying for you, Jeff. Love you, Chris May. I don't think we have. Reese's Cup, what's up, girl? What's up, baby? Y'all, I am not kidding you. I am really excited when I see you. You know, Mark was live and Mark was like, oh my God. I mean, he was telling the truth. You know, Mark doesn't lie, basically. He doesn't. And what I loved about his transparency is how he was saying how he felt when he came into the chat room. He's like, oh my God, Rhonda has a glow about her. That sunshine. I really feel like that. When I see Reese's Cup, when I see Chris May, Lola Hot Sauce, Eastside Harold, hey. Michael Dana. Just like Michael Dana. Jeff Lee popped his head in and he left. Thank y'all so much. Jeff Lee went to sleep. Yes, Reese's Cup. She's my girl. When I see you come here, I know that you going through some things to get in here. You got to use some clicks. You're welcome. You're welcome, Reese. You got to click to get in here. That clicking has value, okay? I'm not joking. When you come here, that means you went out of your way to smash a like. And I appreciate that. And I also agree with Chris May. I did a thumbnail where my head is leaning on Kamala. It doesn't mean that I'm so brainwashed that I don't know what I'm getting involved in. Mike Aldana says, you're welcome, Chris. You're welcome, Chris. A pleasure and an honor, because I know how to build a destiny. Rise, rise, rise. No, I'm not a politician. I'm just a broke person that manages her money smart. And I have an opinion. I think a lot of people are feeling me. I think a lot of people probably don't agree with me, and it's okay. I don't need everybody to agree with me. I want people to feel comfortable saying what you want to say because it makes it exciting I mean, guess what? A cowboy chat room is exciting when when you have people with different ideas. I mean, oh yeah, wouldn't want a room where everybody agrees with you? Whew, it's hot stuff. But I feel too what's exciting is when you have people just can be honest with me and I could be honest with you and we could be respectful, right? So yeah, I don't trust, a lot of people kind of mislead a lot of us, right? And this is not talking about anybody. I'm just saying in general, from what I see, a lot of people, again, shout out to everybody in the chat room, a lot of people kind of misinterpret just because I'm a Democrat. You can't, please don't put me in a box with all things because I'm an informed voter and I have Motsy and I'm just because I'm black, I don't want the free catfish plate and the watermelon. And just because I'm black, it doesn't mean that I'm dumb. And excuse me, I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm not. I'm not weak. Very smart woman. So you know, um, we're not all those things that people say that Republicans are, and Democrats are. We watermelon chicken. What? What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love some watermelon. As a matter of fact, when hubby goes to town tomorrow, because I'm in Texas, I know where y'all are from, most of you. Hello, I'm from Texas. I know my people here in Texas. I don't agree with everybody here, but for the most part, when they leave politics behind here in Texas, they will take off their shirt, for you. They will help you in a flood. I'm just saying, it's true. I'm from Texas. They might have that look, whatever that look could be. I'm not stereotyping. I'm just saying, like, oh my God, that person might disagree with me or might burn a cross in my yard or might toilet paper my trees. Not true. I wouldn't be here in Texas if they did that, even though you couldn't get rid of me that easily anyway, because my roots are from here. But I know my people here in Texas. Connecticut. Hey, shout out to Connecticut. Oh, such a pretty place. Reese's Cup, such a beautiful place. Glad Lola's feeling better. And Mike Aldana is the inspiration. And he is, it's true. Mike Aldana has been, all of you all are my inspiration. Okay. And Mike Aldana sent me an email. He likes text me. Not through email. Not through my phone, even though I wouldn't ever mind giving him my cell number. It's not a problem. But he sent me an email and he's like, brought this topic up. And I'm like, oh, feed me, Seymour. Speaking about feed me, Seymour, I have scheduled that movie, Little Shop of Horrors, is coming up too, by the way. The original classic in color, HD, yeah. I gotta talk about movies, y'all. I gotta talk about. Hello. Hello, Asia. Hello, Asia. I love you. I love my Asia. It's good to see you, baby. So Asia gave me permission to be mom-like. I know. I told you that's what happened. So what I did, Asia, I kind of, okay, so Asia, you said that, you said that you don't mind me being mom-like. Okay, so I'm mom-like, and I haven't heard from you in a while. and I'm mom like, okay, and if I don't hear from you, I didn't hear from you in 6 days, and so I went to your Facebook and I played it out in my head what happened, Asia. I played it out in my head what happened, and I said, I sent out some feelers to look for you, Asia, because I'm mom like, okay, not trying to cross into your lane okay. And I said, I played it out. Here, this is what I felt. I said, someone probably walked up to Asia and they probably said, I'm just going to say it because I'm going to act like I'm going to act like good. I'm going to act like I'm from Brooklyn. Excuse me for my bad interpretation. I'm not trying to stereotype and put everybody in a box. I'm black. I'm black. Do I have a pass? Okay. I played it out in my head how you got approached by these friends. So I'm like, they probably, because I put out 50 feelers looking for Asia because I'm mom like, right? And so I said, I'm playing it out. So I'm from Brooklyn. You ready? Yo, 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 Asia. See, I can't even play it. I'm trying to play it. Yo, 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 Asia. I got this bitch that's hitting me up looking for you. And I can see Asia going, who? And I could see them going, some Rhonda Sparks, some shit like that, some spark shit. And Asia's going, oh, must be Rhonda Lovely Sparks. Okay, thanks. I don't think I could see Asia going, thanks. I could just say, oh. So did it play out like that, Asia? Well, really, I just want to say that I care about you. And if I haven't heard from you, in a while, I'm not saying that you're obligated, but that you have to be here all the time. But I think it just for me, I had these alarms that go off in my head that I gotta look for you. Kind of. It kind of went off like that. Yo, 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 Asia. I got this bitch that hit me up. What the fuck is going on here? She's looking for you. It's stalker bait. She's stalking me. And you probably went like, who? Some shit like Sparks. She didn't curse. Okay. Well, I'm glad to see you. And that means something to me for you to respond. Okay. Because I sent a message to Mark that I heard from you yesterday. And what was funny, what brought you out, maybe bring him out, and you probably was there all the time. I don't know. I just didn't personally hear from you, okay? And I care, So praying for Asia. Good night, everyone. Good night, Chris May. Good night, Chris May. Thanks for popping in. I would love to see you again. Good night. So I sent a message to Mark. Of course, Asia responds in the video. That where my husband scares the hell out of me. And I thought, oh my God, I think I made Asia laugh. At the cost of me getting scared the crap out of by my husband. And it was real. And I got over there is my door where he'll peep his head out right over there. But I got to turn it a little bit because I don't want him to get, I don't want him on cam. It's nighttime, tell him. He's going to be like trying to scare me again because he scared me yesterday again. Yeah. And Asia said, you did. Yeah. Hopefully I can make you laugh. And that was, ever since I heard from you yesterday, it made me feel Great. So I think when when someone says something, um, and we have these instincts where, you know, someone we love has done something that seems to be different, like I haven't seen you, then I think it's smart for people to look out for you, to look out for me. Do you know my daughter? She comes by my house. If our phone, Rhonda, that was my coworker you hit up. Oh, yeah, I guess it works. I'm glad. I'm glad I found you. I'm glad she talked to you. What I revealed in the personal message that I sent them was like, you know, Asia, she was worried about me too. Okay. I think when there is a situation going on that we should rally around each other and rally for someone that we love because I do it for my daughters. And if I have people around me, yeah, so I'm going to give you my email. Right there, and send me email. And I don't want you to feel pressured, just when you want. Thank you, Lola, for that. True. Um, and I feel we just need to rally around each other. If you see something happening to me and it just doesn't seems off key, my daughter. Oh, I was saying my daughter. She called me, and sometimes our phone service is whack. Um, and when we don't answer, my daughter will leave her house and come here to check on us and make sure we're okay. She'll knock on the door. I say, thank you. I encourage her to check on us because we really don't have any family here. We stay to ourselves. Okay. We have some good neighbors, but when you're private, it's just private, right? My husband and I are very private people. I know we're here live a lot, and he scares the crap out of me. And we do funny things, and we're on live, but in life, we are very, 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 very private. So what that means is my daughter came by. She comes by and she'll check on me. Mama, something's wrong with your phone. I just want to check on you. Are you okay? I go, yeah, I'm okay. Sorry, honey. And she feels good for doing that because she cares. And if she doesn't do it, she's very stressed. So that's what people do when we care about you. So I'm so happy to see you. And I always let you lead in conversation, Asia, if you want to talk about something. But other than that, I'm not going to mention it. Okay. Okay. I'm so glad your coworker hit you up, and I'm glad that she cares about you. So to be honest, when she said Rhonda, I literally thought it was somebody from my job, Asia says. I did not think it was you at first until she put your Facebook message on her page, and then I knew. Good. What a nice person to forward my message to you. It worked. The message says, oh, yeah, well, you saw the message. I was going to tell you what I wrote. And I wrote something to the fact that basically is saying, too, that if you see her, can you let her get in touch with me? Let her know I'm looking for her. And I think we do need to keep an eye out on each other. I didn't say don't let each other breathe. I didn't say, don't allow people to process things in their own way. I'm all for that. But also, we all are smart enough to go, this something is probably different. And you just have to go by instincts. I have people send me an email. My sister-in-law, she'll chat, she'll call me up on the phone. She'll say, hey, you didn't do the book reading. You know what I'm saying? Now she knows why I don't do book reading. Sometimes I'm committed to it. I'm going to do it. But sometimes life happens on Fridays. We have, people will show up here and they're doing inspections, and then I don't get any rest, and I have to get my rest because I got to shine for you, Asia. I got to shine. Shout out to Lola Hot Sauce, Mike Aldana, Reese's Cup. Chris May popped his head in. He hung out. He doesn't trust politicians, and I don't either. I don't either. I mean, the thing is, when we say we don't trust, I think sometimes too, hey there, Miss TR. I think sometimes the misconception is just because one person, welcome, Miss TR, if one person, let's say yourself, if you feel a certain way, it doesn't mean everybody feels like that, right? So let me get to what I'm talking about. Because you get one person that has a fit and says something, it doesn't mean that all of us feel the same way about weave hair. And we were talking yesterday about putting everybody in a box. Give an opportunity to check out someone's opinion, even though that's how we kind of thrive and we try to gauge things, right? But also while we gauge things, I have to work on myself, is why I'm talking like this. When we gauge things, then we could go, aha moment, right? Oh, okay. So my husband went to Tractor Supply. Let me tell you about gauging. Especially when Obama was elected, and then all these things we're hearing, which are facts. But let's say when Obama was in office, we learned a lot. We learned about who supported Obama, and we learned a lot from people who did not support Obama. For me, it raised some alarm about people's behavior, extremist behavior, dangerous. Then you start putting up those little antennas like, doo, 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 right? Alarms. So my husband goes to Tractor Supply. He's picking up some pine pellets for the cat. It's our cat litter system. We don't use clay litter. We use pine pellet, uh, pine pellets and cat food. Oh yeah, Asia. We had also, I wanted to have a watch party watching the Houston Texans. I ended up watching, the last thing I saw about the Houston Texans, Asia, was, and shout out to Eastside Herald, he's sitting in the cut. Is that I saw some rain and lightning, and I thought they stopped the game, and then something happened and I got distracted and I was doing something else. But oh my God, Asia, are we excited? So I was at Mark's live. Mark signed off. He was already there for a couple of hours. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try to get in the habit after Mark signs off that I'm going to do a live, right? Because, it's kind of like having each other's back. It's like when Mark is tired, he's doing all this work, then I could have his back, right? And I could go, well, let me go live, even though I'm doing it for me, 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 me. But also, I take in consideration not to have a conflict of time when I schedule. I mean, that's fair. I'm not trying to like just roll out the red carpet for Mark. I respect him, but I understand too. Sometimes I'm cognizant of it. And if I can work out something different that's going to benefit me and my viewers, then I'm going to do that. So, and I knew that Mark was going to go on live tonight. So I'm not letting you think that, because Mark is on live, that I'm going to cancel things. No, I had to cancel things because I had some business to take care of with some inspectors and things that came in today. And then I didn't get any sleep because I was up to 3:00 in the morning partying with you all. But let's get to this. I forgot I was saying, but I'll be asleep. Hubby went to bed. It's time to get nasty. Come on, baby, get on it. It's time to party. Come on, baby, get on it. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, sorry. Come on, baby, get on it. Then I need to dance like this. Shout out to Mike Aldana. He's my choreographer. He's not really. But I call him that because he said I remind him of Wanda Sykes. Asia, you're supposed to be feeling this. You say, what am I looking at? Asia, you're supposed to be dancing with me. So when hubby goes to sleep, I always say that. I go, let's get nasty. Remember Janet Jackson? Yeah, I'm a Janet Jackson fan too. All right. So what was I saying? Hubby was at Tractor Supply. He comes out, he sees this guy. I don't care to dance in public. You know, since I've gotten older, I started dancing in public. Mike Aldana, Rhonda's clubbing now. I did, started. And what was so amazing, my husband and I went to New York. He took me to New York, and I enjoyed it. We stayed in the Wyndham in Manhattan. You know, it's very expensive there. We stayed there for 3 days. And I went to the Hudson River. He took me to Hudson River. Beautiful. And do you know, when I went to the Hudson River, there are some chairs out there. And the weather was so beautiful. It was unseasonably warm in New York. And I was sitting there at Hudson River. It was people walking. It was like a boardwalk thing, and people were walking, and there was crowds. It wasn't too crowded. It was a new area right outside of. It's like you could see New Jersey across. And out of nowhere, I was like, start spreading the news. You're leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Your vagabond shoes, they're longing to stray and step around the heart of it. New York, New York. You always make it there. You make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. Yeah, I did that. I did it. I was singing New York, New York. Yeah, and Asia said they played that at Yankee Stadium. All of a sudden, I had the vibes, and I said, I had to say this because I knew I would probably never be able to afford to be back there again. And I said, it for me, I'm going to do this. Something I would have never done. I would have never done before. I thought, you know what? Life is short. I'm with my husband. I'm in New York. And and guess what people did? There was a black guy that walked up to me and did this with his arms. He's like, oh, that was so cool. Cowboys do have a song. Not really, I don't think. But there's that song, which is probably not a cowboy song. Don Meredith sing it. You know what I'm saying? The one Don Meredith sing that Mark Holmes plays every time he shuts off, closes off. And he sings this song. And I'm trying to find it. I was singing it around the house, actually. I think it's a song that Willie Nelson sung. It says Don Meredith, the original Dallas Cowboy NFL. Okay, I see that. Don Meredith singing Traveling Man, the story of Don Meredith. What is the link? What is the lyrics to it? I wish I was there to see you do this. Clapping. I did. I had my hands start spreading the news. I mean, I'm kind of singing a little bit low because I got a neighbor upstairs and my hubby sleep. Y'all, I was feeling it. I just sung the whole freaking song, and I was feeling it. It just got me. I can't remember that song. I'm not even going to waste my time trying to find it, but I'm talking about the song that Mark will play with Don Meredith singing. I was singing it around the house because it's a country song. I love it. I love it. You can turn any kind of song. It doesn't have to stay with a genre of country. Okay, because music is music. I mean, Aretha Franklin, she sung opera. She sung country and western. Ray Charles sung country and western. Elvis Presley sung rhythm and blues and gospel. Asia says, Rhonda, my boss was worried about me too. Okay, so I have a question. You said your boss is worried about you. So was she worried about you in a positive way? Like, is she trying to support you? And let me know about that. I'm just going to ask this a few questions if you want. It's a man. Okay. So your boss is a man and he was worried about you. So was he able to help you? Was he empathetic and understanding? Did you like how he was? Okay. Standing ovation for that. Because I know that you were telling me you had a problem at the job. So hopefully he's more, like you said, empathetic. I haven't had any personal conversations with nobody on your Facebook. I just sent a message out. So no confidential information. However, I guess timing is good. Sometimes people don't know. Sometimes you get to a point where it's like, I'm just not going to tell anybody anything. And then sometimes you have to say something. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, do you know how many people out there are like giving, all these kudos and love after they've earned their angel wings? It's like, why do you give that love and show that love to Tina Turner when she was alive? I'm just going there. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we miss it. We miss the mark. But sometimes at least if we try, I think we can hit the mark somehow. Somewhere we can hit the mark if we try to pay attention. Miss TR is my sister-in-law, and she's really in tune to, of course, her brother. But I'm a sister-in-law, and she's in tune to me. She can feel it. She can feel when something ain't right, and she can feel when things are okay. Sorry, Rhonda, my mom called me. I missed what you were saying. Okay, so you don't have to apologize. Mom comes first. So basically what I was saying was it's all about timing. And sometimes, we get it right. Sometimes we don't get it right. Sometimes we miss the mark. Sometimes, and what that means is, I think when people can at least have some empathy. I mean, sometimes we don't get it all right. How's mom doing? You want to share? Do you want to share? You don't have to, but if you want to, I'm just wondering how mom is doing. Um, but at least I think if we can feel, at least if we can try. She's okay. Okay. Good. Good to hear she's okay. I'm not going to like talk about it a whole lot unless you want to. Okay. But I wanted to add something to that too. I mean, if you want to talk about it, I will. I'm here. Everybody chat. I'll follow your lead. So I'm not saying that to don't talk about it. To me, the chat room is I follow your lead. Remember that. I follow the chat room's energy. Okay, I could work around that. But you're my lead here. All of you all are my lead. So I'll follow that lead, right? It just to me it's just right. It's right to do that. But it's so good to know that your boss was empathetic, and hopefully this will open doors of some better treatment at the job, while at the same time then maybe you can look for another job, but don't tell anybody. Because sometimes, you know what I did? I had this one job for 15 years, and I always had feelers out there, right? On the websites. I don't know if they still use them. It's been a while. He was the one that gave me that link. Okay. So are you saying the link of the message I sent him? So you're saying the message I sent also went to your boss? So I don't know about that. Okay, okay. All right. So I remember when I had a job, I liked my job. I didn't want to leave it, but I still had feelers out to other places. Just in case if I got an offer that could be tempting. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't close the channel. I didn't close my options. So I had all these job offers. You know what I'm saying? And I thought, at least I was in control. I was like, I don't want that. I don't want this. It made me, it fed my confidence that I had people that wanted to hire me. I was like, oh, I was so used to my whole life, like staying with one job forever. And then I wasn't going anywhere until I lost that job. And then that inspired me to hustle to find another one. So I ended up, as I got older, I said, let me just still get some feelers. I just threw a rock out there just to test the water. Then I found out, oh my God, I ended up getting a job because I used to work at Arby's when I was in the homeless shelter program, because I was homeless 20 something years ago. I worked through a program of self-sustaining to become independent. So the program was what Dallas Cowboys sponsor is Salvation Army Family Center. Dallas Cowboys sponsor of it. It's just a mile from the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, the Salvation Army Family Center. You all could Google it. It's in Arlington. I stayed there, and my kids. I graduated to a program. I went through 3 programs. In order to stay there, you have to have a job, and 70% of your income had to go to a savings. That's just a part of the program. You had to have a job. You had to have a job. You had to find a job, and within 5 days. If you didn't have a job, you'll get kicked out. So I had to hustle for a job. So guess what? I found a job at Arby's. I ended up working myself up at Arby's in Arlington on Cooper Street, across the street from Dallas Cowboys Stadium. The man who is manager who hired me is Vinny Caruso. I still remember his name. So I had a life coach back then. My life coach said, Rhonda, you can't afford, if you work here, even though I love my job, I was working toward a promotion to be a manager of my own restaurant. And my life coach said, Rhonda, if you keep working here, will you be able to pay for your house? No. Will you be able to afford something better for your 2 kids? No, because I wasn't making enough. I was working 7 days a week, a little bit over $1 over minimum wage. My life coach taught me to be selfish because I was too concerned about other people back then, because I was too vulnerable because I was just homeless and I was not confident and I felt scared and I had anxiety. And my life coach said, I'm going to help put a resume together. You got to find a job where you can afford your apartment, your electricity, your car insurance, your kids' lunch, food, electric bill. I mean, you see what I'm saying? And the income I was making, I could not self-sustain because the program was paying, when I graduated from it too, the program would pay 100% of where I was staying. So to be 100% independent, I could not afford that working at Arby's. So she was like, girl, Rhonda, look for another job. You don't have to quit what you have. Just put some feelers out. So I did. I ended up getting a call working for this oil and gas company. I was the first Black receptionist where I handled collections and accounting. First Black receptionist that ever worked there. And someone kept calling my phone, and I had my voice message on there, and they kept calling my phone like all day. And I'm like, who in the hell is this? It was the people who was interested in hiring me because they wanted to hear my voice on my answering machine because it was for a receptionist job. I go, hello, this is Rhonda. Please leave a message after the tone. They're like, oh, I was called in for an interview. Got the job. Long story short, got the job. I wasn't really planning to leave Arby's, even though Arby's wasn't my thing, right? But because it saved me when I was homeless, it helped me become compliant to stay in a program. It put food on the table for my kids. I didn't have a car. They were taking me there with their transportation and dropping me off and picking me up because I used to walk in the wintertime to get to my job. And I remember being so embarrassed. I didn't want to look homeless. You know what I did? I put on a jogging suit to make it look like I was jogging. Nothing wrong with that, right? I know it sounds kind of funny. You can laugh. I had to process things and work through those things of pain and loss and insecurities and abuse and neglect and pressure. And then I worked myself through that, right? Well, I was proud walking the street to get to my job until someone like your boss had some empathy and they ended up giving me a car. The nuns got together. Obviously, it was a program where the nuns got together. They gave me a title to a car. It was a year 2000 Nissan Maxima. Souped up, by the way. And the reason why the nuns gave me a car, because my daughters and I would volunteer passing out bread and everything to victims of Katrina. People who were victims of Katrina hurricane, they were a part of the program. They came to Arlington. They were transported all over this country, but especially Texas. They came there and I would pass out bread and we had t-shirts. That was my job, passing out bread and pastries and t-shirts. So my daughters and I work so hard. My daughters are in school too. So I would be working there and they rewarded me with a car and keys and a title. The point I'm trying to make, sometimes you just have to just test it a little bit and go, maybe, if another door is open, at least you will be in control and you can go, you know what? I can be in control of this. I don't want that job. And it gives you confidence. So I love you, Asia. And we all love you. Mike Aldana says, oh, Frankie Blue Eyes. Oh, Frankie Blue Eyes. Yes. You always make it there. You make it anywhere. It's up to you, Asia. Asia. So, yeah, I did. I'm a fan of Broadway too, and jazz. I did a thumbnail, and in the thumbnail, shout out to Mike Aldana. Mike Aldana inspired me 1 hour and 16 minutes into Rhonda's live. Mike Aldana sent me an email, and he's always keeping me up on what's happening in politics, right? And the email he sent me was like, I just thought I'd send this article to you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And the title was Trump's racist attack on Kamala Harris was no accident, per the New Yorker. Trump's racist attack on Kamala Harris was no accident. And I had a live, check out the, Asia says, I sound like a jazz singer. Yeah, and New York has that great jazz. Got those incredible plays out there. It sounds like maybe, like you said, your boss is empathetic and maybe there's some breathing room at your job. Maybe you can breathe. Oh, so the cat is right here in front of me. She's sleeping in the blue basket and she's just there, just close. She loves me. She probably don't want to be picked up right now because I'm wanting to pick her up right now. But she looks cute. She's there. She's over there. Sleep. She's always close. She's like right over there. And so I posted also, and I always tell people, no, if you all are new and you're sitting in the cut, then I'll follow your lead. What you say, I will stop and I'll read it. You're not interrupting me. I can hang in there because to me, I believe it's the chat that makes great content. It contributes. And then it says, by New Yorker, the New Yorker, it says, is it perhaps a sign that the vice president's swift rise in the polls has him panicked? I was saying earlier about, I make politics fun. I was saying earlier in one of my lives, check out the replay, about the 48 laws of power. If you haven't seen it, Google it, check it out. I'm not a supporter of it, but I had to learn to understand that in order to get along with people at the job. Because majority of the people at my job wasn't like me. I did not make my job a priority like it was all things, living for me. I didn't breathe, eat. Even though my job was important, it helped pay the bills. However, I had to change my thinking for this time today as in society. That's the thinking I had to upgrade. Back when I was homeless, my thinking is different. When I got this new job and got married, I became more confident. That my husband said I didn't have to lean on that. I'm saying things happened that gave me confidence. And I'm just sharing with you things that happened to me that did that. But also getting a second job helped me gain confidence. Because before I met my husband now, I had a second full-time job working as a caregiver, a live-in caregiver. Um, I was paid as an independent contractor. I worked myself up where I did not want a boss anymore. Well, I could test the waters because I had my job. That was my bread and butter, but I had a second job. I had two full-time jobs. On the weekend, I did live in and I worked 72 hours. 72 hours. I worked Friday after work. I spent the night. I worked all day Saturday, spent the night. I worked Sunday, spent the night. So I got paid. Your girl got paid a lot of good money. Good money. I was making more money there than I was at the bread and butter job. But the bread and butter job, my day job, had benefits, insurance, retirement, 401k, sick leave, So that helped me with my confidence. So before I got married, I didn't needed my husband to rescue me. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be fair to him. I said, if I was going to meet anybody, I'm going to be happy. I'm not going to be needy. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be financially strong. I had a credit score in the 800s, 787 actually. It's not that now because when I moved and COVID and things like that affected my credit score. So I had to use some credit cards and I'm getting that paid thanks to members of my Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. You help me breathe a little bit when you contribute to something. I like to get out of credit card debt. I mean, all my bills are getting paid on time. But because shit happened, I had to step it up. My husband already was there. And we had to move and do those kinds of things. But the point I'm trying to make, I got a second job. I fixed my problem. And then when I met my husband, I had my own car. I had perfect credit. Happy. I was not a burden to him. Because I feel if you really want to benefit somebody, get your house in order. Get your house in order. Love can be blind when you're financially stressed. So I never wanted to hook up with somebody, get married to somebody that I thought could rescue me. I didn't need rescuing. I needed someone that I could have a quality relationship, an unconditional relationship where people are not looking, well, he probably did look at my assets. I looked at his assets too. But you try to make better decisions for you. So if you need, shout out to Asia Robertson. If you need me to help you with a resume, I would love to help you with that too. And there's my email if you need help with that. You probably don't need help with that, but if you do, just let you know what can happen. I'm sure you probably like your job now. Your boss is empathetic, but just in case, we could put some feelers out there. Do people still use resumes? Am I showing my age? Oh no. I don't know what they're doing now. It's been a while. So Trump's racist attack on Kamala Harris was no accident. Is it perhaps a sign that the vice president's swift rise in the polls has him panicked? I was saying about 48 laws of power, right? Sometimes the media has so many restrictions, and I'm for media because that's where I get my information. I ain't hating on media. I get informed by that, and I get informed by several types of media. Yes, I watch Fox. Oh, I can't swallow too much of Fox News that for too long. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings out there. I just can't. It's so much I could take. I watch it sometimes. Okay, I just watch it maybe once a month. Once every 2 months. Okay, I don't watch a whole hour of it, okay? I just watch maybe just a title and I skip. All right. At least I do, kind of look at some stuff that Fox spits out. But I do study Rachel Maddow. She has a great podcast. Check her out. It's called Ultra. It's free. I recommend that. Please do. Joy Reid, I love her. Hello. She's a melanated woman. What does that have to do with anything? Because I'm melanated. It does something for me. It does something for me. But 48 Laws of Power jumps out at me because I'm not for 48 Laws of Power. But 48 Laws of Power, when it says, is it perhaps, because I'm a writer, I understand a lot of writing, and it says, is it perhaps a sign that Vice President Swift's rise in the polls has him panicked? Now, that's a good question. But also, y'all know me, I have my own way of kind of thinking about things. So it's just hard for me to understand that Republicans just wasn't prepared for that. The what ifs. And also, I do understand when you are so self-absorbed, when you are a narcissist, when you are so entitled, when you're surrounded by a lot of people who are continuously blowing smoke up your ass, how can you see the forest for the trees? Not too well. Because you're out of touch with what's probably right in front of your face, right? So what's in front of Trump's face? This is not an anti-Trump discussion. I'm just saying, I'm talking about what I see. And just trying to study both sides. And shout out to Chris May, who says he doesn't trust any politician. I don't either. Don't get the misconception because I'm a Democrat that I'm slow, that I'm dumb, that all these things that people call Democrats and they put us all in one basket. That's a mistake for number one. Don't put people all in one basket because guess what? There are also Democrats who are controlling a lot of parts of this country that are managing things very well. Thank you very much. There are some Republicans that do contribute to the balance of some things too. I mean, I could say I'm not anti-Republican. I'm not a Republican, but I can say Republicans, they do inspire me to look up what I should be watchful of, like the Heritage Foundation. If y'all don't know what that is, please check it out. This is not Democrats playing with you. This is Heritage Foundation, who I believe was implemented since Ronald Reagan. It's over 900 pages long, where pretty much they're promoting, and this is factual, and Google it because they're telling you this. I'm not being anti-Republican. They are telling you what it's about. Google that. It's on YouTube. They are telling you, and they're proud and they're confident about what their program is about. Over 900 pages. Over 900 pages of turning this country into probably a country that's more powerful than Russia, than Putin, and how Putin runs Russia. I'm not lying to you. I would never sit up there and throw some things at you that's illiterate and extremist. And, I'm just saying what Republican would want some of that. Maybe not all of it, but probably just a little bit. I don't think Republicans are, I'm not going to put Republicans all in one box, like how probably Democrats are. Don't put people in a box. You're underestimating the opportunity to learn something new. You're misinterpreting the opportunity of an open door. You're missing the opportunity of something that could help you and save you. So you all are smart. You know I ain't trying to like sell you no shit. I'm not. I don't need your vote. So I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to tell you about 2025. And that is some scary shit. And I'm saying, remember I told you how it's the norm? That just because it's the norm for some people, just because we are all Americans, it doesn't mean we think alike. Just because, you know, us are Black people doesn't mean we all think alike. It doesn't mean all white people think alike. It doesn't mean all Russians think alike. It doesn't mean all MAGA thinks alike. We just need to get and pull out and get out of the box. Get out of that. Because when you do, you're sleeping on something. Asia! Yay! Coyote! Welcome, Coyote. What's up? So I was saying about Republicans and Democrats. This is something that we as the United States of America need to check it out. Not about party. Heritage Foundation 2025. Republicans are talking about it. But there's some Republicans ain't liking that either. I'm not going to sit up there and deep throat. Well, sorry. I'm not going to force feed you with that because you all can Google that yourself. But all I can briefly tell you that it is extreme. And it's about the full control. It's about taking away anybody's right to vote. It's getting rid of voting. Those politicians better start working better for us. Exactly. Republicans better wake up. Democrats better wake up. Both parties need to wake the hell up because guess what? 2025 Heritage Foundation, which is a page of 900 sheets of how it's suggested, has implemented a whole new way of taking over. And I had a friend of mine, yes, from Russia, sent me a PM. And the personal message said, they're Russian. They're not living in Russia. They are American Russian. Said that don't sleep on this. This is verbatim. Don't sleep on this. You are an American. You all. He spoke to me in plural. Y'all, you Americans, don't sleep on this. Are you going to end up like Russia? It's why this person's not in Russia anymore. I'm not trying to scare you and say Russia, Russia, Russia. But let's deal with the facts. That it is about eliminating all those things that you feel as fair and balanced is gone. So Coyote says, there's an investigation to the funding of the Heritage Foundation. Even there are Republicans that are not for it. I'm not selling people a bag of goods. I'm not going to be a pushover and try to do this, crystal ball and sell you a bunch of shit, because I know that I'm talking to highly intelligent people because you all are showing me things. So I'm not talking to you all like I'm trying to tell you something you don't know. Heritage Foundation, it's 900 page. It's a conservative, extremist conservative plan. And trust me, it's a plan that's against anybody that's against it. If you are white, Black, Hispanic, if you are against any part of it, when you are against it, they eliminate you. There's the link. Read it yourself. It's Heritage Foundation's link. I'm not posting a third-party media. It's not from MSNBC and ABC. It's from them. And on there is it. So take your time if you want to indulge and check out what they're talking about. It says it's past time to lay the groundwork for a White House more friendly to the right. The policy book mandate for leadership, Iran and Israel. Let's see what Coyote about to kick off anytime. Do you see how disturbing this is? Coyote says Israel and Iran. And Israel already got their hands involved. What they claim is with Hamas. Netanyahu, the leader of Israel, came to America and visited with Republicans and Biden, maybe. He's more conservative. The point I'm trying to make is what I heard from Mike Aldana. Pretty much, he's asking for more money of support. When America, Biden and Kamala, and this is true, I'm not name dropping anybody who doesn't like them. We're dealing with facts here. Is that they seem to have given him some time, like some restriction time. Like, can you just cut off the war? Can you stop attacking Pakistan? And then there's this other thing that Coyote's talking about, and Coyote says that Israel and Iran. What do y'all think about that? By the way. What do y'all think about that? Israel and Iran. You don't have to be. Look, y'all, I'm a Cowboys fan. Guess what? My black ass is right there in the chat. What I'm trying to say, I don't know everything about NFL football. But I can read, right? So when I read, it's like I'm informed. I could listen to the content creators. The point I'm trying to make is that people who are there who are not into politics, it's okay. But we have an opinion, right? Because we are on this, we're walking on this soil. We pay taxes. We're walking on the soil. We are living in this space. Coyote says they killed the Hamas negotiator in Iran. Iran said that they are retaliating. So isn't Iran? I mean, the reason why I love my chat room is because I give you all the floor because this is what it's about. Isn't Iran funded by Russia? I mean, am I the only one seeing the family ties here? Am I the only one seeing that Israel is that small and that it's a piece of the pie that these countries have been wanting to take over forever? I'm not taking sides. So any of you all, Pakistanians, Hamas, please don't come at me. I'm just talking about how Israel is positioned and how Israel is surrounded by opposition. I'm not taking Israel's side. I'm not taking either side because y'all two motherfuckers are wrong. I'm just had to put it out there. I'm not skating around that anymore. You both are wrong. You don't give a shit about your children. You don't give a shit about the women there. You don't give a shit about, you just going at each other because there's some history there. Because, oh my God, Muslims and Christians. And I mean, God damn it. You are really killing your people off and you're destroying some historical shit that you have there. You're destroying it. And I'm an American and I see it. So Israel shouldn't have bombed the negotiator on Iran's soil if it's true. And Coyote says is a real potential world war, is a real potential. And Coyote said war is never the only answer and I never support it. I know my channel is about helping us with anxiety. And this does help with anxiety because we're not going to ignore something and just sell a bunch of goods to people that's going to make you feel better. I mean, what we're talking through right now is how do we cope with that? What can we do? How do we live with this? Knowing that things can pop off. I mean, we know that North Korea is always having testing missiles, and there's Alaska, and out there, there's always these interceptions of, planes being flown across uh, the waters into our territory. All this tease so happens to be during the year where we're electing a president. Look up history. I'm not a historian. I just like reading things, and I'm glad that there's some things that I remember about history. But let's say it repeats itself. That sometimes a lot of this shit that's going on in this world, it's not important. And some things we need to pull out of things that are really catty, that we really need to focus today on ourselves and the people that we love. If people out there ain't thinking about nobody else, fine. But do you have somebody in your life you love? Maybe grandkids, maybe children, maybe parents, maybe a friend, maybe a relationship out there, a partner, somebody. Think about them, because I'm not scaring anybody. We are not scaring anybody. I'm just telling you what's going on. And then we have people that are so invited to come here where we could talk about it without, really just clashing and fighting. We could really see for what it really is. And how do we try to work our way through this? So Michael Dana says, interesting fact, Trump held up the NABJ convention because he didn't want to be fact-checked while he was on the panel. So what I heard, Mike Aldana also inspired that watch party. Check it out. It's good. It's good footage. I have some very clear, I have it, I can't show it, but I'm talking through it, but you can hear the whole thing. You can hear Trump speaking. You can hear the black journalist. It's National, what is it? National Association Black Journalists, something like that. And Trump said that he was late because the mics weren't working. And we could tell there's some really shady shit going on. Excuse me, advertisers. When there's some shady stuff going on, is when Trump keeps repeating, check it out, and looking at the woman in the blue and mean mugging her and telling her, well, you had me 30 minutes late because your mic ain't working. When he keeps repeating stuff, he's trying to sell the goods. National Association of Black Journalists. Thank you, Michael Dana. Thank you, Michael Dana. Coyote says rumors that they are negotiating the end of Russia-Ukraine war. Many thousands died. Yeah, we're here to talk our way through this, where we can be together, where you can come to a safe space, where we could talk about things that are stressful, where you don't want to talk about it somewhere else because people are not really hitting it the way you want it to be discussed. Because what really adds anxiety is when someone is really trying to push you into a place where you're not comfortable. So I want you to be comfortable here, where we could talk about party, but we could talk about things that are true, And if they're not true, speak up, because I could get it wrong. I just want to know the truth so I could speak on it correctly. And then Michael Down says, Coyote says, Kamala didn't show. Both were invited. There's a big game going on. And Coyote says, I'm neutral either way. I can understand that. You see a lot of people who are becoming independent. Independents have always independent. That's how you call it, independence. It's a category. It's either you vote Democrat, Republican, and then there's a category called independents. And a lot are independents. And what that means is that when a person's not for either party, they will either represent that. I'm not saying Coyote's that. I would never be an independent because I know what I'm doing. I'm not saying people who are independents don't know what the fuck they're doing. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm just saying I know what I want for myself. I know what I'm going to do. And it's not because I'm Democrat and I'm a snowflake. I could have a little snowflake in me. Okay with that. Hey, Mother, look over here. Hello. Do, 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 do. This is Mothra. Here she is. She's around here because she wants me. Coyote says, I don't want to vote on my master, but here we are. I mean, for us to really, people are coming here too because they're like, I don't want people sitting on the couch. I don't want people to feel that I'm ashamed of who I'm going to vote for either. I'm going to tell you, I'm voting for Kamala. I was going to vote for Biden. But Kamala had really gave me something more. Because y'all, listen, you're going to vote for somebody that speaks your language. Okay? It doesn't mean that everything that Trump likes, that someone out there likes it all. They might be picky and they might be picking some things. Like, I like this, I like that, even though I don't like his stupid ass, doing some crooked shit. But I do like him because he's trying to give taxes, less taxes for the wealthy. They feel that he's really pro business owner. Okay. He's trying to stop immigration. He's stop trying to people, crossing over to the border. And Republicans too, probably, and I could be wrong, but Republicans probably don't like the idea that immigrants are coming. They are working very hard. A lot of them do have their papers, but a lot of them, let's say they don't, and it's going to change the trajectory of the voting map. So is it fair to say that all immigrants are going to vote Democrat? No. There's an increase in the Hispanic vote voting for Republican. But the point is that changing the trajectory is a threat to Republicans, and I could understand why. Because it's going to mess up what they are counting on. It's going to mess up the Heritage Foundation, 900 pages of some really controlling shit. And I don't want to live in a country that's worse than Russia, because this Heritage Foundation is selling this and they're making a lot of money off of implementing this, I think, since Ronald Reagan. One thing about Republicans, and I say both parties, that they plan shit ahead of time. We get the media, we get the news like right now. We'll get some of the news like tomorrow. But trust me, there are projections that are 5-year, 10-year, 20-year, 100-year projections that are active. And one thing about Republicans, they will probably fuck you up in a lot of shit. But guess what? They're consistent. Am I going to vote for them? No. But they're consistent in their shit. It's true. It's true. Just because people out there where Trump keeps it real, I'm never going to vote for someone because they're keeping it real, or they feel that they are. Keeping it real means you just insulted my ass. So guess what? I'm not going to vote for you. I mean, it's a whole different generation. Can we swallow that shit today? Are we able to swallow what we're being dished out today? Is it hard to digest? Are we able to accept that it is what it is? Do we have to just breathe? We can. We can say, well, we can't allow all that in our hearts and mind and absorb it so much where it will drive you crazy and get you sick, that you can rest, you can drink plenty of water. Water break. Everybody, water break. Drink your water while we're sitting here. 1 hour and 50 minutes into Ronda's Lovely Sparks Live. Coyote says, I'm going to be one of the last generations that know what it's like to not be spied on, but propaganda is real on both sides once you see it, and you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it, because when we see that there is an assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump, and there have been some lives lost, how can we turn away from that? How can we turn away from not having an investigation or an independent investigation? That is what our country is about. Whatever party you're a part of, you have to expect an independent investigation. You have to expect a hearing, because the truth comes out. The truth comes out. Someone's going to drop the dime. Someone has information. And when you have hearings and when you have an open forum for people to look and listen and become inspired about what they see, to drop the dime, or what that means is tell it. That's what that's also available for. If you have information, come one, come all. We're investigating this. We're interested. Come out here, America. Come on. Call this toll-free number. What you got? We will work out a safe place for you. We will give you a new identity. We're trying to figure this out. We have to put this in writing. The assassination, the attempt on Trump has to be logged in, archived. So it's why we have hearings. It's not Democrats necessarily attacking, and it's not all these things that people are saying. It's about just archiving this shit, journaling, and you leaving it as an opportunity for someone to come forward with more information. We're trying to archive this motherfucker, because guess what? Will there be an apocalypse? I mean, people set kind of back a little bit when there was COVID. It set us back a lot, because we lost some family members died of COVID. It's real. It's not fake. So Margot Dan says, if you vote for me, then you won't have to vote again. So what does that tell you? Hello. What does that tell you? I mean, in the Heritage Foundation, the word woke was put in there hundreds of times. Isn't that like an overkill? Woke, 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 woke. I mean, are we using some manipulation of language techniques? Some manipulation of language technique. Let me put woke in there, because this is our way of brainwashing you. Let's do the get in your head, because it's true. It happens. If people repeat it enough, then you will start to believe the lie. Coyote says FBI is supposed to be investigating. I agree. They need to tell us. Things are being hidden. Things are being hidden. I mean, we're hearing that there's probably a possible second person. We deserve the truth. There should be an independent investigation. We need a hearing. We need to archive it. It needs to be in the books. It needs to go to, the Library of Congress, and go to different places around this country where our history is archived and protected. It's just how It works. It's not Democrats chasing and always on Trump and not, I mean, if this happened to Biden, he would be investigated. Biden went through an investigation of confidential material, um, top secret material in his house, Trump too. The point is the process has to happen, regardless if you like it or not. The process has to happen. It has to be archived. It has to be investigated. And the truth will set you free. Because somebody out there, whether if FBI got it wrong or right, somebody's out there is checking into this shit too that has nothing to do with Biden and Trump. And guess what else is another good source, people? YouTube. Oh my God, I love YouTube. I have an opinion. I don't have to believe in everything. I'm not an uninformed Democrat. I'm not an uninformed voter. I want to know what's going on. I'm not blind. Democrats are not buying my vote. Democrats don't have me scared. I mean, why would someone want to insult someone because of food stamps when food stamps is a program to help bring food? Don't judge people on food stamps, please. Please don't. If you are, please don't. Don't be all off in their wallet. If someone has steak, if they have Cheetos, if they have candy and chocolate, so what? Are you telling me there's people out there that feel so entitled and so elite that your child can't eat a shrimp, some shrimp? And don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Soup kitchens are different than they were. Yeah, you don't just donate people trash anymore. They have canned good drives. They have food drives. Please donate something that you would like to eat. Don't buy a bunch of dumb shit. I mean, people do like ramen noodles too. So it's cheap and it's good and it's got a lot of sodium. It's not healthy for me, but it's good. So Coyote says, making a good guy versus a bad guy or a left or right or a black-white thing is always wrong. We need to do what's best for us as humans. Yes. And Mike Aldana says Trump's good at what he does when it comes to using semantics. I want to pronounce it correctly. I know the word. It's just not flowing. Semantics and rhetoric. He's good. Don't underestimate Trump and go, oh, he's dumb and all these memes and thinking things of people making light of the matter. Don't play that off and make memes of orange hair and for likes, because it's something. Semantics. Thank you. Semantics. I need it. I mean, I got a book reading that has some French in it, and it's like German, and I'm like, oh my God. I love it though. I love it. Semantics. So, where are we right now? Coyote says, Mike says Trump's good at what he does when it comes to using semantics. And then Coyote says making a good guy versus bad guy. It's true. I mean, we all play an important part in making this country good for us, right? Are we all not fighting for what we want? I mean, most of us, we're fighting for what we need. We're fighting for what we have to have, right? There's a lot of people that are in the underbelly of things, and they just don't have any time to really think about politics. But politics is real. Politics, we kind of got to get the juice of the matter. Don't just take what I'm saying. Go check it out for yourself. Look at different medians, and just kind of get a feel. PBS is good too. I know people go, oh, that's so liberal. Hell, there were people trying to, kick Big Bird to the curb. I mean, really? We gonna put Big Bird in this? Oh, Big Bird. I'm laughing, but I'm serious because we do have to laugh at some things because we don't have to be afraid as we live our life right now, right? We can be hands-on. We could be aware of what we want to do. We could make up our mind, make a decision and vote. While at the same time, we can be aware. It might be some things where if you are a Republican, I like this, but I don't like that. And I'm kind of sitting on the couch, but I don't want to sit on the couch. Or I like Kamala, but she's Asian, but now she's Black. I mean, what's important to you? You know how many times I've told you all that I'm Black? I've been riding this for a minute. At the same time, I have some other, blood in my genes. I think people shouldn't really make you feel bad for choosing your bloodline. I mean, is Kamala, does she have some Asian in her? Yeah. She have Black in her? I mean, can't we as individuals not rock what we want to rock? I mean, sometimes my youngest daughter would say she's got some Creole and some Caribbean in her. And she does. She does. So Coyote says we should be fighting for our freedom and not who's going to control us and tax us. And Mike Aldana says he plays dumb and people allow themselves to fall for whatever he says when it comes to race baiting. Yes, they're the games. And what I was saying just simplistically, right? That you will hear what you want to hear if it speaks your language, right? I mean, we're going to be so open-minded to things that speaks to us. And my favorite quote I use is that there will be people who will believe in the lie because it makes them uncomfortable versus the truth, which will make them feel uncomfortable. So that's why you see a lot of people. The question is, why people believe in all these lies? It's because the lie makes them comfortable. It's that simple. I'm going to believe in the lie, right? They are going to believe in the lie, whoever it is. Makes me feel comfortable. I don't want the truth. I don't care. I'm just going to hold up these signs, whatever the signs are, because I feel comfortable with that. It's simple. It's cut and dry that people are going to believe in the lie because the lie makes them feel more comfortable than the truth, which will make them feel uncomfortable. I'm not saying everybody's like that. I mean, I can feel uncomfortable with the truth, right? And I could learn about it and then make myself comfortable with it. I don't want to feel comfortable with any kind of lie. So Coyote says your bloodline isn't everything, but your essence is. I should stop. It's deep. Don't you ever stop, Coyote. What? Oh no. I tell you never stop. Hello. Two sides. One create problem, other has the cure, and vice versa. And the mix of the opposition contributes to how this country is wired. It is created. Now, I don't feel Heritage Foundation promotes that at all. It's not going to be created equal. It's not going to be we the people. I mean, I'm not scaring you all. It's Project 2025. If you for it, then you for it. I posted the link. That's what you for. That's what you for. It speaks to you. I'm just saying that they are not embarrassed. They're not today. They're people not hiding and sweeping things under the carpet. I feel that during the Bush years, when there were what you would call, what you call the true Republican days, that they kind of were doing the same shit, but they kind of did it with a little bit more finesse. And now we have a culture here, a political culture, a society where people just want it in your face. They don't care. I'm going to tell you that I don't like black people. I'm going to tell you I don't like white people. It's in your face because people are thirsty for the truth. They're thirsty about how you feel. People today have more of a third eye than they did with George Bush days, right? So George Bush wanted to get rid of affirmative action. That doesn't speak to me. Is affirmative action to me a handout? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not a fucking handout. And I'm not insulted for people who believe that. It's just, I don't have to deal with people like that, right? We know the deal. I don't have to deep throat you with any kind of shit you don't know, right? That I feel that that you already know. I'm not going to force feed that on you, but you know the dealie. So Coyote says, Mike Aldana says, unfortunately, that's what makes politics interesting, but a necessary evil we deal with on an everyday basis. Oh my God. Ring that bell. Ring the bell. I got to read that again. Ding, 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 ding. I got to read the bell. We got to ring the bell. Why? Because there you go. Unfortunately, Mike Aldana says, unfortunately, that's what makes politics interesting, but a necessary evil we deal with on an everyday basis. And once you can understand that, you can enjoy politics. Once you understand that, you will enjoy it. You will know how to fight for what you believe in, and you will learn how to fight against something you don't believe in, something that you're intimidated about. Kind of become enlightened. Don't just plug in your ear. No. You can plug in your ear with things that are kind of extremist and not kind of. I mean, extremist is extremist. We can get up very angry about, young white boys walking into grocery stores, and it happens to be he shot up everybody that happened to be black. We can get angry about a black man that's in Dallas who kills a white cop. We can get black and white angry, okay? I'm not ignoring truth. We live in a world where some things have nothing to do with me. Some things have nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? But we want to put it in a little box. So it's a kid that donated to Democrat Party. His parents had the one who did an assassination attempt. We get little pieces and pieces, right, of information that he was Republican. That, y'all, when someone does something and they go that far, then yeah, our go-to is mental health. And of course it's mental health. We just don't want anybody abusing the system to get people free. Unfortunately, this young man who did an assassination attempt on Trump is gone forever. There is no time. He's had been given a chance where someone can snatch his ass up and get his ass straight so he can live and have a family. Because he had a lot of bullies. Guess what, people? If you have bullies out there, if you have a fucked up job, if you got bullies out there, please don't take it out on the innocent. I mean, really get some help, please. And getting help is okay. Y'all, it's great to get help. Don't get these guns and go out there and take it out on innocent children. Please stop the madness. If you're out there sitting in a cut and you're not a subscriber, because I have, looks like more subscribers, more people who are not subscribers are watching my lives. Even though I do have statistics where majority of my subscribers are watching, that's a great thing. To be a content creator, that 60 something percent of your subscribers are watching your content, because a lot of people have more non-subscribers watching their content. And you don't get a lot of good brownie points for that. So it means if you have people who are subscribers, that means they like watching you, right? Something about it. Whether it's my husband scaring the jeebies out of me, bejeebus out of me, or my politics, where I could have comfortable, uncomfortable conversations and make them comfortable. That I could probably, I mean, I don't represent everybody Black because I'm Black. I could just give an opinion because I don't represent everybody Black. There's some that I just don't want to claim. You're not my people. You're not Black. Give me my Black card back. Taking my Black card from you. I do have that power to the people thing about me. Oh yeah, I still believe in, people need to really, get your shit together. We do have a way of carrying our Black culture on our backs, and go. I mean, we have to be united. We're just only basically like 12% in the United States of America. So at the same time, if your Black ass is wrong, if you're wrong, no. I'm not supporting you just because you're Black. I'm not just supporting you because you're white either. If you're doing something wrong, if you've done something wrong, but it's like, who am I to say what's right or wrong? Well, if it's something that's extremist and, you're saying some things that are racially insensitive and insulting, and you know how that is. Dickheads, vagina heads, I don't know. Coyote says, Michael Dana says, as much as you want to distance yourself away from the topic, you're going to have an opinion or belief in something that matters to you. And Coyote says, lurkers, LOL. I love my conversations with Mike, Dana, and all of you all. I see my likes going up. We have 8 people who are active in the chat room. Thank you. I know a lot of you, there's a few of you who are interested in what we're talking about, because I make it juicy. Why do I have to dance? Because I love dancing and I love singing. And I'm not trying to be stereotypical person who wants to dance and sing and perform to entertain you. I just love dancing and singing, okay? I feel good about it. It inspires me. So don't put me in a box. But there are a lot of people who are very angry at Trump. There are a lot of people who are angry at Democrats, so I'm just saying. I'm saying a lot of people are angry at Trump because those who are angry are ones who voted for him and they are gravely disappointed. They're mad as shit. And they're kind of like, don't like the change that's coming with what Trump is saying. They're embarrassed. They probably felt like that when they were having dinner with their family and they talked about it at the dinner table, but they like, oh, no, Trump, you don't supposed to say that out loud. There's some people who's like, shut the fuck up. You're not supposed to say it out loud. You're not supposed to give up the goods. You're not supposed to tell everything, because not all of us sitting at the dinner table agree with all of the family members at the dinner table. There are a lot of people sitting at the dinner table did not believe in the N word, but they will hear their grandparents just flowing that out. Doesn't mean you're a part of that, right? I get it. But also, Mike Aldana says, civil discourse was the paramount of healthy debates, but it hasn't been the same once Trump flipped the script. Those are facts. He flipped the script because he knows along with Heritage Foundation help, that the numbers are there that will help him win. And you're saying, Rhonda, what do you mean? Well, the numbers are there. If he's speaking that language, he knows that he can appeal to that base. Black men Republicans, Black Republicans, Asian Republicans, whites who have sat on the couch, who are more like not extreme Republican, but they're Republican. They are, there's a lot going on. And when I say when they speak that language, I'm talking about they know that there are percentages and numbers that they can get people to vote Republican. They got the numbers because they've been working on gentrification forever. They've been working on the lines, right? We're going to like New York. Everybody's saying New York is a Democrat state. Okay, it is. But there's some Republicans that's getting some territory in New York. There's some Democrats that are in New York who did some gentrification things. They did some lines, and they kind of like brought some lines and manipulated those lines to benefit the vote for Republicans, and they won it. WON, they won. They're inching in. Are Republicans happy? Hell yeah. So Mike Aldana says he went against the grain during the Republican debates during his first presidential run, and shock and awe factor. That's what Michael Dana says. He did. George Bush, people like George Bush, of course, is against it. George Bush, the son. What makes it upsetting to Republicans, and I just have to say that MAGA is a different Republican. There's a difference there. There's a split. In my opinion, there's a split in the Republican Party. You remember Tea Party? Remember that? Remember that shit? I thought that was like wild. But there's a split. There's MAGA who can't stand Republicans. Okay? There's a split in the party. So obviously there is some numbers there, and we know there are, that he feels he can wake up. And that's what he's catering to. And if he says certain things, it's appealing to them. That people don't have to worry about voting anymore. And I'm going to get rid of affirmative action. That we're going to have people to pay back their student loans. That he's even involved in the Olympics. I mean, he has a right. Which Lola brought up to me about this Olympian female, boxing Olympian female, that there was some gender type test, hormonal test given, and they found out more of a male hormone. And then we had a long discussion about that. Check out my live from yesterday. But I talked about intensely about what I feel about hormones and genetics and trans and the LGBT community. Not a lot on LGBT community at all, but more so on genetics, because what I've learned when I was in the hospital with my grandson, what I've learned about genetics, hormones, and how it works. We talked about that. It's an interesting conversation. Tap into that. Don't skip through it. I mean, you're going to miss out on some good stuff because, I'm from Texas. I have a slow thing about me when I speak because I'm very thorough, not because I'm slow mentally, because that's just how I talk. Um, he went against the grain, and he's got people like MAGA. He's turning them against. I mean, he saw some numbers that's a good fit for him. And he saw that the party is broken. He's been studying this for years. Trump hasn't just been like popping up with this all of a sudden. This is nothing new. And the MAGA speaks a new language. Every time a party loses, there is a birth of a new thing. MAGA is that thing now. And so when you have a division in this party, that means that they're doing a lot of things that Republicans are not liking. Just because Trump is rocking Republican, it doesn't mean that he truly represents the Republicans. Leave it like that. He had to pick he had to pick a party because that's how the system worked. He didn't want to run as a Republican, so he jumped in and said, "Okay." Republicans, kind of said, "You're going to have to pick one. You're going to have to be Republicans." Okay. He really didn't want to be a Republican. But it always told you from the beginning what he's about. He's been real about it. Lady Libra mentioned a couple of days ago, Trump is telling you what he's going to do. So his followers are believers, and they're going to support what they believe. And if there's something about it, if he's speaking your language, you're going to vote for him. He doesn't speak my language. I'm not going to strongly judge yet about people who are, not really hearing him in some capacity, that there's a language is not, but then there's people's interpretation. There's a lot of loss in translation here, and there's a lot of people who really are translating it pretty damn good. There's a loss in translation too. So Michael Dana sent me, I just thought I'd send this article to you. And the article says Trump's racist attack on Kamala was no accident, the New Yorker. And they're coming up with this new thing they're calling Kamala now, which is called a DEI. My husband talked to me about today. DEI is a new thing now that they are saying that Kamala got the job because she's black. And is that what people think when I'm a black person? I work for oil and gas. I'm the only first black person there. What are people hearing? Oh, she's a diversity. She's a diversity equality baby. We plugged her in because we need somebody black to meet the quota. How are you going to say that when you're not supporting the program, right? If you're against affirmative action, then why would you still promote someone as that? Are you degrading them? Do you think you're offending somebody? Because guess what? Not everybody black voted Biden in. We can't win a presidency just for black votes. Y'all know that. 12%. That's not even including people who are actually voting. Black people who are voting. We're contributing. We're pushing. We're contributing. Don't let me water that down. It's very important. But I'm saying we weren't the ones that helped Biden win. Of course, there's a lot of white people out there that are feeling Biden. There's a lot of white people who voted Obama in twice. Doesn't that tell you something? Unless you have a large population of people going, well, they cheated. People are cheating. Is that the go-to now? We have Republicans that are running a lot of states. You're saying Democrats have found a way to go into those red states and found a way to manipulate the vote? So there is a fight within the Republican Party. So just because someone's Republican doesn't mean they're MAGA. Sometimes some MAGAs are Republicans, and some have transitioned to MAGA, and some MAGA has jumped from MAGA to Republican. It's just how this world works. So Coyote says, I really questioned things ever since 9/11. We invaded 3 countries and was stuck in a near 2-decade-long war, and we are being manipulated. I question that also. And what I question about that more so is when the Patriots Act was overwhelmingly passed by 2 parties, Democrat and Republican, because the momentum was from 9/11, Patriots Act. We probably voted in the most dangerous act in history, where it violates any kind of human right whatsoever. They sold the idea that it's supposed to be going after the Muslims who attacked 9/11, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And it's not true. I mean, come on. But we overwhelmingly vote because we needed a Band-Aid, and there was a Band-Aid. Not a good one. And then Coyote says, they know all. The Patriot Act took our privacy. Read about it. I'm not being pro-Democrat when I talk about this. A Republican was in president, and they passed it. And now, years later, you're looking at that shit and you're going, whoa. Because the momentum was there. People were hurting and going through a lot of fear and feeling that we'd probably be in World War II and lost. And when planes flew into Twin Towers, when 2 planes flew into Twin Towers, the World Trade Centers, and our kids, my daughters, they're babies of the 90s, saw it. We have so much confusion with young folks today because they were a witness of it. They were a witness of seeing 2 planes flown into the Twin Towers. So we're a country of fear, crying, hurt, pain. When New York was hit, let me tell you, New York was bleeding badly. And we all around this country and around the world was bleeding for our New York state. And Mike Aldana said, wiretapping at every freaking turn. He didn't say freaking, I did that. But wiretapping at every turn. It is crazy. It is crazy about what can happen, right? What's been happening, not can. What's been happening. I mean, how do we, it just violates a lot of everything. I mean, I understand, checking out some stuff, you know. Mm. Okay, I don't know what this is saying, but yes, he did. Okay, I apologize. This is old. Let me find something new. This is dated July 22nd. I apologize for that. I'm trying to find some things to play about what Mike Aldana sent me about the fundraising. And I was trying not to go into reading because I wanted to give my voice a break. However, I'm just trying to find some footage. But I thought I had it pulled up where there was a video actually talking about her fundraising over $250 million in just a couple of days. And I had it pulled up, and somehow it wasn't what I wanted to listen to because it was old news. But yeah, Obama and his wife Michelle, yes, they did endorse Kamala. That was old footage. I think this really what jumped out at me at that time, the reason why I pulled it up, because I was just looking at some other things. I've been watching, how Russia let go, was it 3 people who were prisoners? I was getting emotional with that. I was glad to see them back home. Okay, I found it. Here it is. I'm going to play this for you. That's interesting. Are we going to get us a sexual white chocolate to run as vice president? A white, sexy chocolate. People are saying that 90% are going to go Shapiro because Pennsylvania has the most delegates. I mean, that's what people are saying. I like Buttigieg. I do. I'm seeing comments like people said it's awesome that politics has become nothing but who can raise the most money from the billionaire donor class. I mean, those are facts. Whether you are pissed about how much money you raise, how can you hate on someone that's raising a lot of money? I mean, it's what it takes, y'all. People can get upset and go, well, I wish I had like just 1% of it. That's what it is. They need the money to run, and both parties do. She went from nobody likes her to everyone loves her. Give me a break. So there's some haters on here. By the comment below, no one buys any of this, nor should they. Listen to the haters. I mean, they're writing stuff, but I mean, are they really being real with it? I mean, she has a number. She will be running. People saying corruption is getting expensive. New records are broken every 4 weeks. I mean, I didn't see those same people hating on the idea that Trump was raising a lot of money. Come on, stop crying in the car. Kamala Harris is very capable of keeping up with her multitask. This is why we need someone like her, not someone like Donald Trump, who drives around in his golf course 24/7, doing nothing but trying to go after his opponents. Your report is to the people who are in homeless camps in California, didn't provide shelter for citizens. They are working on that in California. People are saying there will be a blue wave. What do you think? We've had some people in my chat room the last couple of days. You have some people going, I think Trump is going to win. You have some other people that are saying, I think Kamala's going to win. What are your thoughts? Well, we're listening to right now Biden Harris Great Americans Release and Russian Prisoners Swap. This is CBS News. Um, okay, so Michael, what do we get a revised here? Hold up, let me see. I see a new post. Some Republicans are still complaining that Kamala shouldn't be on the ballot this late in the game. Stop complaining, people. Oh my God. Yeah, they're going to complain because there are some things that have rocked their boat. I don't know. To me, if this is truthfully, if it's true, let's say if it's true, if this has rocked the Republican Party's boat, why? I mean, don't we understand that the majority of the time that when you have a president and he's going out, that his vice president could possibly run for president? Denal is a mofo, ain't it? Isn't Denal a mofo? Here's Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow, and I know most of you all, I've always said to people, if you are Republican, listen to this. Listen to Rachel Maddow, because to me, Rachel Maddow she has a way of just putting out a whole lot of truth out there when it comes to facts. I love emotion. I love TV that makes me emotional. I support that. But I'm saying Rachel Maddow is your go-to for Republicans, because if you like Fox, that's great, but use it as a second backup just to get a feel. You could be against it, you could be still Republican, but just kind of enlighten yourself about some things she has to say. So Maddow points out frightening truth about Trump's lack of concern about votes. Let me test some mic situations. Can y'all hear that? Um, okay, so Mike got that. Just a minute, try to check some mic stuff. So, Maddow, I love emotion. I love TV that makes me know that his vice president could possibly. Try to check some mic stuff. So, Maddow, I love emotion. I love TV that makes me know. Sorry, I'm just trying to check some mic stuff, making sure that you all can hear this. That his vice president could possibly. Can you hear that? I don't know why it seems like it's not playing. Hold up, I'm gonna have to find. It's not playing. Hold up, I'm gonna have to find. Okay, so I think I was testing some things, and it does seem like maybe They have it on YouTube where you can't really air. What I'm praying for you. So I'm gonna read it to you. Okay, that's kind of weird. So it was so good. So basically what I was trying to play uh, for you all is that Rachel Maddow points out a frightening truth about Trump's lack of concern about votes. And she says Rachel Maddow rounds up instances in which Donald Trump not only assures his supporters that he is elected, that if he is elected, they won't have to vote in the future, but also that even for this 2024 election, he does not need votes. Maddow posits that the reason Trump doesn't care about votes is that he intends to win by manipulating the administration of the tabulation. So I don't know why it wasn't actually playing. And she says Rachel Maddow. I could hear it clearly. I don't know what's like not only assures his supporters that he is elected. I don't know why it's not translating to this, but I guess some things I could just read on my own because it could be copyright stuff. But that the reason Trump doesn't care about. Okay, it looks like everything that I try to play for you all to hear, it's not picking up. So I guess it could be like copyright stuff. Well, it's always good to use your own material. Okay, so Michael Dan says pretty much a lock that Kamala will be nominee once the DNC convention gets underway later this month. I did read that too. 2 hours, 47 minutes into my live. Thank you. I was just trying to tweak some things when it came to my volumes, trying to see if I could test some things. And obviously, something did not come across. Did you all hear Rachel Maddow and CBS? Because I had that actually playing that whole time. But obviously, when I was replaying this back on my TV, I couldn't hear any of it. So it could be copyright protected. But that's where we were with this topic of conversation. Shout out to Mike Aldana for hitting me up in the email and asking me that question because my husband and I were talking about the fundraising and the racist things. Of course, we know that's racist, y'all. Some people go, "Oh my God, you're race baiting." The awful thing that happens is when we're trying to tell you that this is racially insensitive, and then you're really people out there trying to make us believe that it's not, but it wasn't a personal attack on you. And then you come up with these excuses, whatever they are out there that people are saying. So if you're not, if you don't agree if something is racist, then what gives you the right to even say something about it when it doesn't even concern you? So I'm just referring to Kamala's fundraising and how that's went up over 300 something, $250 million that she has raised. We are excited about that. I want to tell you all tomorrow, we also have some juicy stuff that's coming up. You all come check me out at the watch party. My husband is there. I know I would probably don't leave because it affects my analytics. Don't leave yet. When you leave early, my analytics go down. So stay, and I'm almost done. Um, so I wanted to say to you all tomorrow, which is August 3rd, today, actually, August 3rd, we have the MST3K content. And tonight we have the drive-in double watch party, trip double watch party, which consists of Blood of Jesus, 1947, and Spirit of Youth, which consists of a story on a boxer, Joe Lewis. He's acting in that in real time. The Spirit of Youth, quickly, it's dated 1938. It's a juicy classic. Spirit of Youth is 1938 boxing film directed by Harry Fraser and starring then heavyweight world champion Joe Lewis in a story with similarities to his own real life. So that's going to be a good movie. Double watch party. Lola said that she will be going to work tomorrow for just a couple of hours. She seems to be feeling better. Shout out to Asia for popping your head in and staying with me for a little bit and then give me an update of what's going on. Obviously, me reaching out on Facebook worked because there was somebody that reached out to her. So that's good to see that. It doesn't mean that her problems are solved. Is that we have to, continue to just, be there when she needs us to and, shout her out, and things like that. Because this is going to take a while with her situation. So it was just relieving. It's a great relief to see her. And then shout out to Lola, Hot Sauce, and Mike Aldana, and then Coyote. And then we had Chris May. And I think people are coming around. Reese's Cup, shout out to Reese's Cup. Oh my God. And all these wonderful people, Eastside Harold, and all of you all. Shouted out, I believe, everybody. Jeff Lee came in and he's going through something. So extra prayers to Jeff. Just make sure that you, when you see Jeff, just tell him you love him because he's going through an emotional breakup right now. He had to end his relationship. He's depressed. So we could just be there for him, Jeff Lee. And so I love you all. Thank you for the inspiration. Mike Aldana is my greatest inspiration when I come live. So, thank you so much for being there. I enjoyed the conversation. 2 hours, almost 3 hours into the live, and I'm going to get me some rest so I can be there for my watch party tomorrow. Love you guys, and just holler at your girl. See you. Love you, and see you soon.